Hey everybody, I want to jump on and show you what I am making that's so fast and easy. So I am just in love with our quick cooker and I use it all the time. It's one of my absolute go-to products, and because it's all in one pot, it is super handy. So I'm saying one pot, I'm actually using 2 pots tonight, but it basically 1 unit, and I can just do it and walk away. So that's what I love. And our quick cookers are actually on sale for today and tomorrow. So you just, if you're looking for something that you're gonna love, you're gonna use, and great, easy functions, this is the unit. So, sorry, just gonna get all messages coming up. So it comes with the cooker guide, and it also comes with like all of our electronics. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can't. So it comes with always a cookbook, and it always comes with one of our guides. So I love this because, as you can see, mine is very worn and worn out. It's because I use it all the time, and I have my favorite recipes. So I've got chicken parmesan here, and tonight we're going to be making what's on the cover, which is the chicken teriyaki. So can you hear me okay, Darlene? Hopefully you can. I'm so glad you joined in. So I'm going to get this ready, and I'm making the sauce first. So I'm going to use garlic here. If you can't, just let me know. I like to take the ends off mine before I use the garlic press. Now, you do not need to do this because a lot of people like not to have to deal with the skins, but I do. I cut it in half because what I'm going to show you is a little trick that a friend of mine showed me to get the skin off. Just smash it down with your knife. I really smashed it down. Take the skin off, and then it'll just be a little bit easier to push through your garlic press. For me, because I have like problems with my arm, that's what I do. I just take the skin off. And I just like that I don't have to take the skin out of my garlic press. Everybody likes it a little bit different. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm making the sauce right now, the teriyaki sauce. And this is one of our forged knives. I love this one. This is our big chef knife. And you see I'm like holding it right down here, so I have good control over it, because you think this is a huge knife to be holding. But you can see it's it's got the full tang all the way down. It's fully forged, and that makes it easy to hold, and it gives it a really good weight in your hand. And so even though like it might look big and hard to use, it is not at all. Made from good German steel, and makes it very, very easy to use. So I'm just making, so I've already got some soy sauce in my bowl here, and I'm gonna add a couple more ingredients, and I'm going to be ready to go. So our quick cooker has a lot of different settings on it that are pre-programmed into it, and it's going to be so easy to use. If you've got a pressure already, you might think, why do I need a Pampered Chef one? Maybe you don't. Maybe you love what you're using, but are you using it? That's the big thing, because I find people might have them, but sometimes they're not using them. This has so many pre-programmed settings that I just use what's here, and that's what I like about it. Whether I'm making rice, or whether I'm making pasta, whether I'm making beans from raw. I used to make chili, and I'd often use canned beans, but no longer. And that's what I really love, is that I'm saving money because I'm making my own beans from dried, and I just plop them in there, put the water in, and put it on the legume setting, the bean setting, and they're ready to go. I also make delicious desserts. The cheesecakes are phenomenal. So take a look at what's retiring from the quick cooker selection. We're going to be showing one of those tonight, which is the ceramic pot. And I know there's a couple of other items that you might have seen already. The quick cooker I'm just going to use this little, I call it my Barbie brush, to clean out the garlic press. So there's the quick cooker sorry, obviously can't talk and do two things at once. So this I'm just using to get all my yummy garlic out of there, and I love to use the fresh garlic to get all those great antioxidants out of there. That's perfect. And then I'm just gonna whisk this, and I didn't even need to use a bowl, but I just like to use a bowl so you can see a little bit more what I'm doing. And usually I have a bowl for all my garbage, but apparently I didn't bring it. Okay, so I'm gonna use that. And then I'm gonna use some ginger, and I'm actually using our Cinnamon Plus because it's got ginger in it. And so let me find my recipe here. I will finish my thought there, don't worry. Let's see, what are we looking for? Sorry, there's my cheesecake recipes that I love. And that uses the, what's the pan I'm trying to think of? The springform pan. So that's one of the pans that's being discontinued. And also the other one that I like to use, it's a dessert pan. Anyway, somebody else is going to be talking about that, so no worries. But they are ones that you might want to get a hold of in the next couple of days if you're looking for them. Okay, so the teriyaki sauce. We are going to use a teaspoon. So these are my measuring spoons. I like the ones that are all nested together because then I've got them. And they also, if you've heard me talk about them before, they also sit on the counter. So you can just leave them there if you're using a liquid. There you go. There's that. And then we're using Mirin rice cooking wine, which is not what I have here, but this will work just great. So whatever you have to use, you just use, is my theory. You can substitute things out, and I've gotten very good at doing that because we have allergies in our house. So I often will use whatever I have. So I'm just going to use this, this smells so good though. It's going to give this a little bit of a whisk. And then there's honey that goes in here too. And I don't know how many of you have got these, but these are great. If you're doing something like measuring honey, then you can just push this out. And it doesn't make such a mess in your measuring spoons. And it's so much easier to get off. So those are the measure-alls, and they come in like 3 different sizes, at least. I think it's at least 3. And then we're just gonna whisk that in there. And if my honey, which it is gooey, you know when your honey gets old and it doesn't come out very well, no worries. It's going to dissolve in the quick cooker. So the quick cooker has the inner pot, and it's got a measurement there that will tell you, oops, sorry, how not to fill it too high. So you know exactly how much you can put in it. And me, I always like to fill it as high as I can. So when the recipe says what I can put in it, I sometimes put more than it says. But as long as it doesn't get above that measuring line once it's cooked, you're good. Okay, so this is where we're going to put this, and then we're going to use this trivet, and this is what our ceramic pot's going to go on. So we're layering our food. So we're going to put the chicken on the bottom, and we're going to put rice in the top in the ceramic pot. So again, 1 pot meals, love it, love it, love it. So we're going to put the chicken in. We'll see how much chicken we can get in here, and this is going to taste so delicious. So I have made this with chicken thighs or chicken pieces, but you can also use chicken breasts if you want. It's going to just be so delicious. I'm actually going to just turn these over in the sauce just to give them a coating in that nice teriyaki sauce. So let's see, what else can you make? Like I said, I make the chicken pasta all the time. There's some really, really good easy dips that I make in the quick cooker, desserts, rice, brown rice and white rice. And brown rice is something that's hard to get right. I don't know about you, but I find brown rice is difficult to get right. And the nice thing is you don't have to watch it. You put it on and you walk away. My other favorite thing to do in the quick cooker is a frozen chicken. I know, just a frozen chicken. I get baked chickens, whole chickens, and see I'm squeezing more in here. You can see I'm putting more in here than the 2 pounds it's supposed to have in here. Because again, I like to have leftovers. I make enough for a family and then I have leftovers. So I probably should have doubled the teriyaki sauce, to be honest. But because this is a big, huge family sized meal, but I'm gonna see if I can get this all in. Okay, so a big chicken, and then it's frozen solid. I stick the whole thing in the quick cooker, turn it on, chicken. It'll tell you exactly how to adjust for frozen. And then the beauty is you have your chicken ready in less than an hour and on the table. So you can't beat that. And again, you don't watch it and it's not heating up our kitchens because it's still hot outside and nobody wants to stand over their kitchen. Okay, I think I've probably maxed out. Let me just see. I again want to make sure that my trivet here is gonna stand in there and get all its feet on the ground. I think it's good there. Okay, so I've got almost all of my chicken in there, and there's a lot of pieces of chicken in there. So this quick cooker does it really well feed a whole family, and when everybody is here eating, we've got 10 people, and so it really does feed a whole family, I guarantee it. So I've got almost a full family set of chicken thighs in there. I'm telling you, it's going to go a long way. So I think there's only 2 pieces I didn't get in there. So now for my ceramic pot, I'm going to show you how this works. This ceramic pot, I'm going to put this back in here, and I'm going to show you how the ceramic pot fits nicely into its little cradle here. This is the nice ceramic pot. Look how nice that is. Nice and gray. I love the coloring that they use. And then it comes with this really nice silicone lid. So you can just pull this over and it's gonna hook things in. And then it comes with its own little cradle. So when you pull it out, you're gonna just use these little handles. And if you've got the little microwave grips that we sell, those are ideal for pulling things like this out. But you can use whatever you have. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in this little cradle. And then, like I say, this is how I'm gonna hold it to pull it out. And these are gonna fold on top of it. So I'm gonna put the water in. And the rice. And that's all I'm gonna do. Put it down there. That's all I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna put my silicone lid on top to keep all that steam in, and it's got little tiny holes to let some of the steam out. And it comes with all of this. It'll come with the rack that it sits in. It'll come with the lid and everything, so it's ready for your pot. Now, if you have an Instapot, it will fit in, okay? So I believe it's a 6-quart Instapot, and this will fit in it. So I've had lots of friends who have gotten it with their Instapot and just loved it. So, okay, so now it's gotten right up to the top. So you can see, I'm just gonna take it out so you can see that it's fit right up to the top there. Okay, so that 1 cup of water in the rice is going to make that steam for that whole Instapot now. Got the teriyaki sauce on the bottom, and it's not a lot of liquid in the teriyaki sauce. There was 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and sorry, I didn't put enough soy sauce in there. I'm gonna run and get some more soy sauce. Hang on. it said a quarter cup of soy sauce, and I was thinking it said 2 tablespoons. It's a good thing I checked. See, we always say we're pampered, not perfect. So if you think you can't do my job, you really can. Okay, so it says a quarter cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of Mirin wine cooking wine, and 2 tablespoons of honey, which is right, 2 garlic cloves, which is right, a teaspoon of fresh ginger, which I did not have fresh ginger, so obviously I didn't use that. I used our Cinnamon Plus that had ginger in it. And okay, but I do need to put more soy sauce. So I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna add some more soy sauce. All right, so I used 2 tablespoons, but I'm going to put this down to just a little bit less than a quarter of a cup. And I'm really glad because I wanted more liquid in here anyways, and I thought I wasn't gonna have enough. But what I was gonna say was that the cup of liquid that is in the rice is what's going to add for the steam. That's what it's gonna use. Okay, that should help. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're gonna put the ceramic dish back in, and here we go, back on here, and now we're going to put it on chicken. Get our soy sauce out of the way, and we're going to put it on chicken for 8 minutes. We would whisk our sauce, ideally, but that's okay. It's going to mix all in there anyway, so that's okay. All right, so we are going to put this on chicken, and it's just one of our presets here. So there's also beef and pork. That's another one that we have. Seafood, stock and soup. That's another thing I use all the time. So after I made my big chicken in there, I take that out. We enjoy our meal, and then I put the carcass back in there. I put water in with it, some onions, maybe some celery, whatever I've got. I put it on stock. I let it run through, and again, go do whatever else I want to do, because I used to make soup and it seems so much work. When we have a turkey at Christmas, I'm debating whether to keep the carcass or not, because we end up getting too many carcasses in the freezer. And my husband says, really, Judy, like, if you're not going to make soup, why do you keep putting carcasses in the freezer? But right after I make whatever Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner with a turkey, I throw the carcass right away into the quick cooker, put it on, I put it on stock and get it going. And then it's easy to take out, get the meat off, and it just falls off. And then strain, like just put it through the strainer, and then it's all ready to go. And then I put it back in on stock, and I add some more vegetables, a little bit more water, and beautiful soup. I add a cup of quinoa, but if you want to add potatoes, or you want to add rice, or whatever you want to make your beautiful soup, you're going to have delicious turkey soup or chicken soup or whatever you want. And you're gonna love that, because the fall is coming up and winter's coming up, and you're gonna love having that soup stock setting. So that's another one that I use all the time. And there's also proof. So if you're using, if you want to make breads or you want to make pizza dough, that's another one that you can use. And that saves you a big step when you're baking. And slow cook as well is another one I've used. You can also get a glass lid for this one, for the slow cook setting. You don't need to use it, but if you want to, the slow cook setting is great as well. So there's so many options that I love with our quick cooker. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about my quick cooker. So our quick cooker is now on sale for 25% off. So it's only $195. And guys, you just gotta get it. If you don't have it, you will not be disappointed. And don't forget, if for any reason you're saying like, Judy overblew this quick cooker, it doesn't match up to what she said, you could get your money back. You can exchange it for something else, or you can get your money back. We always have great warranties. So ask whoever invited you to the party more about that if you have questions, and she'll explain all that to you. But believe me, we always want to make sure you're entirely happy with whatever you order. And so there's always great warranties on whatever we sell you. And the first 30 days, just get it out of the box, use it, get familiar with it. If you have any questions or you're not happy with it, we'll absolutely take it back, exchange it, and then there's a warranty for a year after that. So lots of ways. If it doesn't measure up to all my hype that I'm giving you right now and you think I'm crazy. So I am going to put this on chicken, and then I'm going to adjust the time. So I am going to put it down to 9 minutes, and again, super simple, to adjust the time and then push start, and it's all done. So when I take it out, you can adjust the, you can either let the steam off quickly or let it go off manually. And what I like about it too is the safety features on the quick cooker. It's going to be cool to touch on the side when it gets, everything gets hot and it's up to pressure. There's a little red indicator that's going to come up and show me it's hot. And also it's got handles down here. So if I want to move it, which I will move it, I'm picking it up because I don't like it right underneath my cupboards. They're easy to use down here, and it's safe. And when I let the steam off, I let it off here, and it's back here that the steam comes out. So I really think of safety a lot. My kids are all grown up, but I have little grandkids, so I want to make sure the steam isn't letting off close to the handle, and that if they're coming around and they're playing close to the counter, that they're going to touch it and it's not hot. So hope that answers some questions. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Hope you guys enjoyed listening and you heard my be changing the recipe a little bit, but if you have any questions, mention them below and I'd be happy to answer them. And don't worry, like the quick cooker you will be able to buy after this is just the ceramic pot. That is the one that's being discontinued. So, all right guys, I hope you have a great night. Bye.